Good morning, everyone. Today's story, Maloo and the magical glue. All right, here we go. In Mulberry Lane, number 72, lived fancy, fabulous Maloo, a dancer and artist with fashion and flair and gardens as wild as her frizzy red hair. She wore wacky shoes and colourful clothes and a shiny gold ring on the end of her nose. She loved pottery. She loved poetry, pottery, painting and dance. And 3 times a year, she hitchhiked through France. One afternoon, right out of the blue, a letter arrived for Maloo. Dear Mrs. Maloo, we hereby request you be the Prime Minister's most special guest at a grand garden party on March 23. We hope you can come. Please RSVP. What fun, declared Millie to Pickle the cat. Then she read at the bottom, P.S. Wear a hat. Millie plucked Pickle the cat from his bed and placed her raggedy hat on her head. Oh dear, cried Millie, I must have a new hat. This one's been sat on and scratched by the cat. Pickle the Persian has poked it and pawed it, dribbled on and drilled on, dented and clawed it. What a catastrophe! I can't wear that. But Penelope Prim has a very fine hat. She hurdled the hedge and danced to the door and rang on the doorbell at 74. Penelope worked at Paper Clips Plus. She went there and back on the number 10 bus. She wore sensible suits and sensible shoes and practical browns and practical blues. Whatever the weather, rain, hail or shine, Penelope wore her hat without fail. Penelope listened to Millie's despair of the grand garden party with no hat to wear. So after a cuppa and chinwag agreed that Millie required a new hat indeed. Your hat is too tatty, Penelope said. Please, I implore you, wear mine instead. Millie went home with Penelope's hat and kept it far away from Pickle the cat. Muttered Millie, this hat is too plain for prancing and dancing and sipping champagne. But Maloo knew just what to do. She stuck on a shiny red sash with some glue, long ostrich feathers were firmly fixed in, and pink plastic flowers arranged round the brim. Don't worry, dear Pickle, she said to the cat. I'll take it all off when I give the hat back. The day soon arrived and Maloo primped and prepared for the Parliament do. She dressed in her most spectacular clothes, polished the ring on the end of her nose, and dashed off to dance and mingle and chat at the grand garden party wearing the hat. Her dazzling entrance turned every head. What a marvellous hat, the Prime Minister said. The long ostrich feathers are simply divine. Your hat is magnificent, finer than mine. Whoops-a-daisies. There we go. When Millie went home to Pickle the cat, she went back to work on Penelope's hat. She twisted and tugged, she pulled and she plucked, but the feathers and flowers and satin sash stuck. "Oh, bother," cried Milly and sighed in dismay. "What in the world will Penelope say?" She trudged up the path to 74. Clutching the hat, she tapped on the door. Penelope gasped. "Are you sure that's my hat? I don't remember it looking like that." "It's yours," Milly said. "I'm sorry, it's true. The extras are stuck with a permanent glue." Penelope gazed at the glamorous hat and marvelled at Milly's millionaire neck. Penelope smiled and laughed in delight. "I love it," she cried. "That hat is just right." Penelope started to wear wacky clothes, from her fabulous hat to her red-painted toes. She went to art class, rock concerts too, and all-night dance parties with Maloo. They danced throughout France, went shopping for shoes, bungee jumped twice, and got matching tattoos. They waltzed home one morning at 20 to 4 and giggled and pranced to Penelope's door. Penelope took her fine hat from her head, admired it, hugged her good friend and said, "Bravo for friendship and permanent glue. Thank you, oh thank you, dear Milly Maloo." Hope you like that one, guys. See you again tomorrow.